1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Ayesha Nayab. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has emphasized for an inclusive political settlement in Afghanistan. Information Minister says peace in Afghanistan is vital for enhancing accessibility of Central Asian republics to Pakistan's port of Gwadar. Foreign Minister is in Bahrain on a two-day visit to lead Pakistan's delegation in Pakistan-Bahrain Joint Ministerial Commission. Pakistan has strongly condemned the extrajudicial killing of an innocent Kashmiri by Indian occupation forces in a so-called cordon search operation in Kulgam district. The United States and Russia are holding talks on arms control in Geneva today. In Tokyo Olympic Games 2020, Japan is leading with 12 gold medals. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has emphasized for an inclusive political settlement in Afghanistan. In an interview with the US media outlet, the Public Broadcasting Service, he said the Afghan government that includes all sorts of different factions will be the best outcome. He said there is no other outcome as the military solution has failed. The Prime Minister said from Pakistan's point of view, a protracted civil war in Afghanistan will be the worst case scenario. He said Pakistan is already hosting over 3 million Afghan refugees and we fear the civil war will bring more refugees to Pakistan. Secondly, he said the worry is that the civil war will flow into Pakistan because the Taliban are basically ethnic Pashtuns and those on our side will be drawn into it. He said this is the last thing we want. Reaffirming to the commitment to continue to help the Afghan peace process, the Prime Minister made it clear that Pakistan wants to be partner in peace but not in conflict. Chairing a review meeting regarding government's historic health sector initiative of Sehat Sahulat Card in Islamabad today, Imran Khan directed the federal and provincial governments and state life to establish special units to constantly oversee the implementation of Sehat Sahulat Card program. The Prime Minister also directed the authorities concerned to appropriately publicize the program with the cooperation of Minister of Information and Broadcasting so that the maximum number of people could benefit from it. Imran Khan expressed satisfaction over the relief reaching to this masses through Sehat Sahulat Card. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain says stability in Afghanistan will generate economic activities for the whole region and provides accessibility to the Central Asia and the European Union markets. Addressing the Pakistan-Afghanistan Youth Forum in Islamabad today, he said Pakistan has always called for peace in Afghanistan and it is the vision of Prime Minister Imran Khan that all Afghan groups should sit together to create a consensus for a broad-based and inclusive government there. He said Pakistan's role is very limited and ultimately it is the people of Afghanistan to evolve a formula for a political settlement to establish durable peace and stability in the country. Chaudhry Fawad Hussain said peace in Afghanistan is vital for enhancing accessibility of Central Asian republics to Pakistan's Gwadar, port of Gwadar. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has reached Manama on a two-day visit to Bahrain. During his visit, he will lead Pakistan's delegation in the second session of Pakistan-Bahrain Joint Ministerial Commission. During the ministerial meeting, both sides will hold expert-level talks particularly focusing on commerce, investment, energy, overseas employment, agriculture, information and broadcasting, tourism and other areas of mutual interest. Shah Mahmood Qureshi will also call on the Bahraini leadership. He will have a bilateral meeting with Foreign Minister Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani to discuss ways to further strengthen bilateral relations and exchange views on regional and international issues of mutual interest. Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud has called on Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa in Rawalpindi today. Matters of bilateral interest evolving regional security situation including Afghanistan peace process and collaboration for peace and connectivity were discussed during the meeting. Assuring Pakistan of unflinching support, the foreign minister appreciated sincere efforts and role Pakistan played for promoting peace and stability in the region. General Bajwa said that the relations between Saudi Arabia and Pakistan are based on bonds of brotherhood and mutual trust, as both nations will continue to play their part for peace and stability. He thanked the Saudi leadership for kingdom's support to Pakistan and its armed forces. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has strongly condemned the extrajudicial killing of an innocent Kashmiri by the Indian occupation forces in a so-called cordon and search operation in Munna, the area of Kulgam district of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In a statement today, Foreign Office spokesperson Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry said the further intensification of fake encounters in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir is a matter of grave concern. Extrajudicial killings of young men, including teenage boys, and refusal to return human remains of those martyred is completely unlawful and reflects the moral bankruptcy of the Indian occupation forces. He said that draconian military siege, extrajudicial killings and torture in custody, enforced disappearances and incarcerations are ongoing in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir to suppress the Kashmiris. Speakers at the first Kashmiri conference in German capital Berlin have vowed to continue protest till freedom of Jammu and Kashmir from India's illegal occupation. Addressing the conference, Deputy Ambassador of Pakistan in Berlin, Sarah Khan, said that Kashmiris have been waiting for justice from the world for the last 74 years. Meanwhile, in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, All Parties Hurriyat Conference has thanked Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan for his all-out efforts to highlight the Kashmir dispute at international fora. In a greeting message from Srinagar, APHC Working Vice Chairman Ghulam Ahmad Gulzar said the Kashmiri people have pinned high hopes in the sincere effort of the people and government of Pakistan. Meanwhile, Indian troops launched a cordon and search operation in Nandigrand Pirga area of Srinagar today. Pakistan Navy ship Ulfikar has returned to operational deployment after a successful visit of St. Petersburg, Russia, participated in 325th Russian Navy Day Parade. During the ship's stay at St. Petersburg, the mission commander and commanding officer PNS Ulfikar called on Commander Leningrad Naval Base Captain Shalin Andreev and Deputy Governor External Relations Engineer G. Grave at Petersburg. They discussed matters of mutual interest were discussed. The dignitaries expressed enormous goodwill and warmth for Pakistan Navy and thanked for its participation in Russian Navy Day Parade. The United States and Russia are holding talks on arms control in Geneva today. U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman and Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov will represent their respective countries in the talks. The talks will cover the entire spectrum of future of arms control, nuclear issues, missile technology, military implication of artificial intelligence and cyber policy. Armenian and Azerbaijani troops once again clashed today over the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh region, killing 3 Armenian troops. The defense ministers of both countries have confirmed the clashes. World Hepatitis Day was observed today with an aim to raise awareness about the disease. This year's theme of the day was Hepatitis Can't Wait, stressing the urgency of efforts needed to eliminate hepatitis as a public health threat by 2030. The first T20 of 4-match series between Pakistan and West Indies will be played at Bridgetown this evening. The match will start at 7 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Japan is leading the Olympic 2020 with 12 gold medals. China is second with 11 and United States is at third position with 10 gold medals. And finally, the weather. Rain, wind, thunder shower with isolated heavy fall is expected in Kashmir, Islamabad, Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Gilgit-Baltistan during the next 12 hours. Hot and humid weather is likely to prevail over other parts of the country. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletin on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.